This is Marie Sullivan, Governing Board President, and I want to welcome everyone for this first board meeting of the new academic year. I want to say that I certainly hope that all of you stayed healthy and enjoyed any vacation time that you might have taken in the last few months since we were last together in June. So glad to have you back, glad to be back, and hello to all of our newcomers. With that, I also want to say that we are live captioning our meetings. Please look in the chat window of our WebEx meeting where you will find a link. Please click on that link to open a web page with the live captioning. So with that, at this time, 6:32 p.m., I call to order the regular meeting of the Maricopa County Community College District Governing Board for August 24, 2021. For the record, I'm going to call roll call of board members, and I want to once again welcome to your first official board meeting as our student advisory member, Mr. Evans. Are you present?
I am present.
Great. Ms. Bittersmith.
Here.
Thank you. Mrs. McGrath.
Present.
Thank you. Dr. Narini.
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Smith.
Present.
Thank you. Dr. Thor.
Present.
Ms. Nguyen.
Present.
And with my present, there's a full complement of board members plus our student trustee for this evening. With that, I'd like to note for the agenda that tonight we have Ms. Bettina Sellas, Associate Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, sitting in for Dr. Eric Lasinski, our Interim Provost. Next on our agenda, we have the Faculty Executive Council report. It will be a verbal report, and with that, I turn this over to you, Mr. Rush. I always mispronounce your name, and I don't mean to be rude.
Good evening, everyone. The start of a new school year always reminds me of giving the traditional grade school report on what I did for my summer vacation. And in that spirit, I thought that tonight I'd present you with what the faculty did for their summer vacation. Oh, and spoiler alert, it wasn't all vacation. With 1,400 faculty across the district, we collectively used our time in a wide variety of different ways. Some of us took a much needed breather after spending a year and a half in non-stop activity, trying to literally reinvent higher education on the fly in response to a once-in-a-century disruption. Others were already looking ahead and preparing for the challenges to come. After all, student success isn't an accident, and our faculty continue to work hard to lead our students to that success. Our preparations took many different forms, including creating brand new courses, adapting classes to brand new modalities, participating in conferences for professional growth and student success, or in the case of South Mountain's Dr. Cyan Proctor, training for a trip to freaking outer space as part of the world's first all-civilian space mission. Now, on a more down-to-earth front, this summer our faculty worked alongside our staff and administration on a variety of exciting projects that will help move Maricopa forward in its role as a national leader in higher education. The Committee on Academic Freedom has been developing the structures necessary to promote that pillar of academia, along with the training needed to get all of our employees up to speed on this vital component of higher learning. The Shared Governance Task Force has been helping you, the governing board, to complete the goal that the Higher Learning Commission set for you, to create a blueprint for collaboration in decision-making related to faculty and staff participation in areas of shared interest. The Chancellor's new Center of Excellence Task Force spent the summer pursuing the ambitious goal of infusing MCCCD with the core values of democracy by bringing the Founding Fathers' wisdom into our day-to-day operations. All the while, faculty leadership have been laying the groundwork for a smooth transition to the launch of our brand new faculty agreement, both by helping district HR to determine standard operating procedures for putting the FA into practice, and also by running a month-long book club to read, analyze, and understand our new 122-page guiding contract. All in all, Maricopa's employees have prepared themselves for this new year, and we enter into it with excitement and anticipation. Each year brings a new crop of students, and helping them to succeed is a major life goal for both faculty and staff. As always, unexpected challenges wait for us around the corner, but our summer prep work means we're as ready for those surprises as we can be. Together, we will rise to the occasion and conquer whatever obstacles will face us, as we always do. I look forward to our journey together. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And with that, we move to our Adjunct Faculty Association report that was submitted in writing, and therefore Dr. Train needs no speaking time. I'm now going to move to the Interim Employee Senate report. Ms. Chandler, I recognize that Ms. Manger is not joining us tonight.
Correct. Thank you, President Sullivan. Good evening, President Sullivan, members of the board, Chancellor Gonzalez, college presidents, CEC, and colleagues. Thank you for your continued support in having us present updates to all of you on the work employee representation is currently working on. My name is Anna Chandler, and I am one of the co-presidents for employee representation along with Shannon Manger. I also serve as a student service analyst at SEC in coordination of the ACE program. Next slide, please. We would first like to send our biggest thank you to all of our essential staff for continuing to support all units in Maricopa as many individuals are coming back. You have all provided a safe and welcoming environment for many of us to come back to. We appreciate your flexibility and support, and we hope to celebrate with you at each unit before the end of the year. Thank you to our frontline staff who ensure our students have successful visits while on our campuses and engage with individuals that will help set them up for success. To residential and adjunct faculty, we are so excited to see each and every one of you on campus and look forward to continued collaboration and hard work that we all devote to ensuring student success. We thank the staff that continues to support staff. We appreciate you for your administrative work and ensuring things run smoothly from the day-to-days. Our COVID task force and liaisons deserve a huge thank you as well for getting us through the last year and a half, as they help employees understand the expectations and dress the campuses as needed to ensure employees and students are safe. And lastly, but not surely the least, to our students, we are so thankful for your patience and flexibility through this pandemic, but most of all, we are so proud of all of you for your continued resiliency. We know that the transition of online courses and shifts in your daily lives have been trying, and we are so excited to help you succeed in your academic and personal goals as we start the fall 2021 semester. Next slide, please. Shannon and I would like to provide updates to you of the work we are doing as the co-presidents. We attended the leadership retreat with our CEC colleagues and really learned a lot about communication and the importance of all of our differences as leaders. How we can work better as a team to not only represent our constituencies and campuses, but how we can be a high-level decision-making team that represents the work of Maricopa as a whole under the leadership of Chancellor Gonzalez. We have discussed the Chancellor's initiatives with employee representation and how we can engage and support the work. We're also looking forward to the continuation of building healthy and productive relationships with HR, CEC, and the governing board, as we value all of these relationships as we strengthen the voice of employees. With our expanded leadership, we are excited about the passion and hard work that the new employee representation have brought to the table and are looking forward to the engagement and representation that will be happening at each campus and district level. Next slide, please. We are excited to begin introducing you to our leaders within employee representation. Each governing board meeting moving forward will be sharing a visual of our representatives. Our first unit is South Mountain. There are 6 representatives at South Mountain. Anthony Garcia, Stephanie Soto, and Jennifer Vasquez have joined us in this new year. I'll give you a moment to look over their bios. Next slide, please. And here we have our veteran representation. Cassandra Alvarez Vasquez, Alicia Sanga, and Donacio Jensen Bobadilla are our representatives that have continued with us since EGOC. There is diversity on this team to where they lead on their campuses, and we are excited for the new membership to join in strengthening the employee voice, and thank the veterans for continuing to serve and advocate for classified staff. Next slide, please. Our Senate communication team would like to highlight the newsletter with a couple of components we were able to share with employees for the month of August. These elements help connect employees with new policies coming out in Maricopa and how to navigate them, professional growth, and also highlighted the South Mountain team to all of our colleagues in Maricopa. Our goal with communicating with employees is to ensure they know the opportunities they have to engage in things like the governing board meetings and build a rapport with employees so they know that the work is happening within representation, and also the work we are doing to ensure they have a voice in the work occurring across the district in efforts of shared governance. Next slide, please. Our policy team was intensely involved in the creation and implementation of remote work policy, and we are excited to begin the implementation starting October 4th. We are looking forward to supporting employees through this policy in order to offer more modern and comprehensive work arrangements to Maricopa staff, while also introducing mechanisms that allow us to recruit competitive talent that might not have been available before. We have been excited to have an opportunity to rethink, build, and implement policy in the future. Next slide, please. Employee representation is still working closely with HR in the strategic compensation plan and the work with Mercer, as we know this work is extremely important for employees, and many employees are interested in the work that is being performed and how the results will continue to be communicated. We thank HR for the town halls and the communication when it becomes available to keep employees informed. Next slide, please. Our representatives who work with our DEI and DEIE teams would like to share the multiple webinars available in employee learning centers. South Mountain provided a virtual retreat on August 9th. The theme was Our Dimensions of Individuality Uniting as a Dimension of Many. That focused on dealing and working with special populations, including homeless, foster care with students and employees, with a guest speaker who spoke on understanding self, and also breakouts that were provided that focus on the LGBTQ+ student and employee population. Next slide. Lastly, we'd like to share the results of the employee survey that went out. This communication was sent to employees in hopes to see where employees' voices was about wearing masks on campus. Our intent was to be proactive and ensure we knew the voice of employees in case we would be asked by leadership where our constituents stood. This survey did not influence the chancellor's decision of the mask mandate either. We had 2,208 employees respond to this survey with a 48-hour deadline. Majority were full-time staff, who at the time were in support of wearing masks, but support others in doing so. Our biggest ask as we return to in-person work is that all leadership teams ensure their staff and faculty feel safe and have the appropriate PPE to keep them safe as we prepare for students to arrive this week. Next slide. We appreciate your time and attention to our presentation today, and we'll take any questions if there's any at this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Chandler, and I'm going to move us on to the student life reports. And tonight we have Student Government of Mesa Community College, Vincent Ortiz, President, Gayla Ochoa, Vice President, and Justin Barrios, Vice President. Students?
Good evening, President Sullivan, Chancellor Gonzalez, CEC, and guests. My name is Vicente Ortiz, and I am the Student Body President for the Associated Students of Mesa Community College. It is an honor to be here. Today, we are going to display our shared vision for the future of Mesa Community College for this upcoming academic year. Next slide, please. This next slide will show what this report contains. Part 1 will be our goals, and Part 2 will be our future events, and Part 3 will be our student life updates. Next slide, please. Meet the 2021-2022 ASMCC E-Board. Vicente Ortiz, President of ASMCC, pronouns he, him, his. Vicente began his leadership journey getting involved with projects for the Center for Community and Civic Engagement at MCC. From there, he has built a life around leadership and service. Galia Ochoa, pronouns she, her, hers, Vice President of Communications. She is the daughter of immigrants and a first-generation college student, majoring in audio engineering and music business. Justin J.B. Barrios, pronouns he, him, his, our Vice President of Operations. He started at MCC in spring 2020 after a lengthy break between high school and college, majoring in sociology. JB is not able to attend today, but he is looking forward to serving on the board and serving the students of Mesa Community College. And although we only have 3 members on the E-Board, we plan to find more students that will get involved with our board. Next slide, please. And now on to our ASMCC goals. Next slide, please. So one of our main goals is increasing and sustaining student-led projects. One of our main projects this year is to establish a multicultural student council and elevate the student voice. This student council will be a coalition of the Black Student Union, the Asian Pacific Islander Coalition, MECHA, Disability Services, LGBTQIA+ groups, and more. The Student Support Foundation, a philanthropic organization that was established by a student last year to support students with untimely financial needs, including rental assistance and any other assistance that they need. This was students supporting students. Next, increasing student involvement on campus and in the community. Rebuilding student clubs is a huge priority for us, as last year during the pandemic, a lot of our clubs had not continued meeting and have felt inactive, but we are going to change that this year. Establish student listening sessions, integrating online and in-person students. So we will not only have in-person activities, but also support students that cannot make it in person or feel unsafe in person. We will have virtual meetings to make sure that they are included. And to also create a student-led governing body for the Red Mountain campus. And our last goal is to connect students to resources on campus. During the summer, our Mesa Market was open to students, and it is our MCC's food pantry. This year, we will continue to support students with food insecurity and make sure that they are going home with food in their stomachs. Connecting them to social services like SNAP. We have someone designated here on campus to support students with SNAP, and we will utilize our personnel to create workshops for students to apply for SNAP. Scholarship opportunities, connecting students to our Maricopa Community College Foundation Scholarship and other transfer scholarships, and to support the Mesa College Promise Program. And for those who did not know about the Mesa College Promise Program, it was a partnership between the Maricopa Community Colleges District Foundation, the City of Mesa City Council, and generous donations from businesses in Mesa. A special thanks to MCC Interim President Lori Berquam, City of Mesa Mayor John Giles, and the MCC administration for making this scholarship possible. Eligible graduating high school students who reside in Mesa had the opportunity to apply to attend MCC for 2 years with tuition and fees fully funded. So special thanks to everyone involved in making this happen. Next slide, please. And future events, I will turn this over to our VP of Communications, Galia Ochoa.
Hi, I'm Galia, and I'll be taking the slides on from here. So we're going to be talking about future events. Next slide, please. So here are some ideas we have right off the bat. In October, we want to celebrate Pride Month for all of our LGBTQIA+ students. So we had talked about an event where we would do some sort of a like a pride walk where you get to walk, and we would have various stations that would teach a little bit about the history of our community and let people get comfortable with using pronouns that our students prefer, because that is part of their identity, and we want to make sure that they feel respected on campus. This is just like in the early stages, so we are looking forward to getting that done. So we have also a gaming competition or a gaming event that we want to plan. On campus, we have a student lounge, which has it has TVs, which some people connect the games to, and they have tennis tables or ping pong tables that a lot of students like to take time to play on. And it's really awesome. We get to see in the student lounge how great it is to see a whole bunch of students that don't even know each other root for a team, root for a side, get together, and we really bond over this like playful competition. So we had an idea of having a gaming event so that we can really relax and feel more comfortable, like we are playing, video games with some friends after school. Like we want to have that kind of environment on campus. Also, we have planned some guest speakers. We're really excited to use our network to contact people we know that we think our students should get connected to. We want certain people to come and talk about what it's like to be on like campus or other things that they're the experts on, and we're really excited to get our students connected to that. So there will be more information on that as well. And next slide, please. All right, and here are some student life updates. Next slide, please. All right, so you belong at MCC. This is a multicultural programming, yes. Heritage Month events, Thunderbird dialogues, virtual and in-person co-curricular events, and leadership opportunities. So one of our main things, as we've mentioned before, is that we really want to make sure that the students online and in person are connected. So we don't just want to exclude one or the other. And there'll be lots of student events to come along with that. For student resources, we'll have workshops. We have the Mesa Market, the clothing closet, and We Care Wednesdays, which is when we give out foods such as milk, eggs, and all sorts of like perishables we can't really have out all the time. It's pretty awesome. I suggest checking it out. It's really fun to volunteer there. We have a lot of the community that go out of their way to make sure all the families have the things they need. And for fields of interest, we're gonna have events that connect students to what they're studying for. A lot of times we hear that students, they study one thing at school and then they end up out in the field and they're like, whoa, this is not what I thought it was going to be. So we're going to make sure we have events that kind of prepare students for what they're going to do in the future. And just kind of they can get like a taste of what their career is like. And doing stuff like this is really going to help them connect to school and really want to like stay and finish that career. They're going to get excited about that, and that's really what we want. We want students to be excited to go to MCC and that they feel proud. Next slide, please. And we wanted to thank you all for looking at our presentation. If you want to keep up to date with like events, like just see some pictures and stuff that we're doing around campus, I suggest following us at StudentGov MCC on all of these platforms, especially Facebook and Instagram. Those are the ones we post the most. And we're really excited to see you follow the page, interact with us, let us get to know if we're doing a good job or not. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your report this evening. It sounds like you're going to have a very, very busy year. And with that, I'm going to move us to the next item on the agenda, which is acknowledging our Meritus Awards And so tonight, as you'll note on the consent agenda, we have 4. Once again, as we begin to establish some new normal processes across our system, one area we've begun returning to is in recognizing the outstanding contributions of our faculty as they retire from our system. So following the board meeting, as we have in the past, in which we honor honorees, we will include an article recognizing the recipients in the Maricopa newsletter that will include a short profile of each one. Our board assistant will forward the newsletter to all of the recipients. We're hopeful that we will be able someday, I promise, to celebrate distinctions in a more formal manner sometime in the near future. It's going to be a crowded room at the rate we're recognizing folks and hoping that we can all be together someday to celebrate them. With that, I'm going to move us to the Chancellor report. And so Dr. Gonzalez, we're ready for your report.
Yes, before I begin speaking, I want to make sure that you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Sure.
I've got 2 mute buttons that I have to mute or unmute, so I wanted to be sure that I'm being heard. President Sullivan, members of the governing board, our members of CEC, and our guests that are with us online here today, I want to say welcome back. The 2021-2022 academic year is underway, and we are very excited to begin this brand new year. We're ready to face any challenges and to capitalize on any opportunities that will be before us and that are before us. You can expect that we're going to continue to work hard on the Chancellor's goals that were laid out and approved late last spring. Highlights of the work that has been done include a recent kickoff of presidential searches for Scottsdale, Mesa, and Phoenix colleges, where I met with the tri-chairs of each of the committees last week to lay a charge. So please stay tuned and know that those searches have begun. We continue to finalize the provost and general counsel position and have conversations around that to ensure that they're structured in a way to help Maricopa excel and to best utilize those roles in our organization. We've already started to formulate the workings of what potential revenue generating models could look like for Maricopa, and I've got a small team that is doing that work, and we hope to present sometime in the future when we've got some better ideas of what we're going to do. Really exciting work around the 4-year baccalaureate degree. Halise Agria, Department Chair and Center for Teaching and Learning and Media Service Faculty at Phoenix College. Dr. C.J. Worcester, who's an Associate Dean of Healthcare Programs at Gateway. Sharon Brooks will serve as Program Manager in the District Office. Casey Takata will be the Administrative Coordinator, provide administrative support. Halise and C.J. will provide full-time support for the next 2 years beginning, well, they have started August 2nd. So the immediate, what I just shared with you is a small group that has been formed to lead this effort for our system. So Halise and CJ will be providing full-time support and leading this effort. Meetings will continue to be held, assessments will be held, a lot of work to be done in this area. And we know that we have a strong goal of having at least 5 degrees ready for rollout by the fall of 2023. And there are a lot of things that are hinging in our ability to be able to deliver that. But it certainly won't be a lack of effort and hard work on our part to get there. The final finish line will be the approval from the Higher Learning Commission. And we've already had some initial meetings with them to let them know what we plan to do. We'll keep you updated there as well. And then, of course, we continue to make progress on remaining goals. The plan is to have a dashboard that is made available for everyone to see the type of progress that we're making on these Chancellor's goals. As we kicked off the start of the fall semester, enrollment was down 4.4% in headcount and down 12.4% in FTSE. Clearly not where we want to be. We were hoping to be at a minimum flat and show some positive enrollment growth. But this was an improvement, however, from where we were beginning in middle of the summer when we were well over 20% in both areas. There's an interesting gap here, however, in headcount and FTSE, as I said, about 8% difference between the two, which says that while we have more students that have decided to come back or join us this year, they're taking fewer credits. And we think that possibly the lingering effects that the pandemic is having on our population of students may be preventing them from being able to take the more credit hours than they would have in the past. A lot of work continues in this area. We're not throwing our hands up and giving up. We'll continue to market what's available for late start options for our students, and I'll continue to provide enrollment updates over the next few weeks or next couple meetings anyways, and hopefully we can make up some ground before we get to a 45th day count. Part of the Chancellor goals are to improve enrollment processes and associated technologies. Work is being done on that, and I'm currently working with President Sullivan to identify an appropriate time when we can have a work session where I want to bring in district leaders and others that work daily in this space to share with you what these processes look like, and also some of the progress that we've made on the technological side of things to improve. We know that some of our processes and technologies can often be barriers to our students, but there's never just any one thing that you fix. It's like a whack-a-mole approach. When you think you've solved one problem, you find out that there's another. And sometimes the problem is not even ours. If a student, for example, is experiencing trouble through a financial aid process and not providing the necessary paperwork that the federal government requires, they'll just simply say Maricopa has an enrollment problem, and that in fact has nothing to do with Maricopa. So more to come on that. Please stay tuned there. We're coming off a very successful legislative session for Maricopa, and we're really excited to get started on a new one. Some work has begun in June internally to get ready to provide you with some recommendations. We were to actually have a conversation today during our CEC meeting, but that topic was tabled because we had another exciting event going on one of our campuses that I'll talk a little bit more about here in a few minutes. But we're on track, we're on schedule to ensure that we've got a strong local state legislative agenda. And then we also want to make sure that we have a federal legislative agenda. We've had quite a bit of federal interest recently. We've had some visits from our representatives and senators at the federal level. In fact, today we had the U.S. Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh, visit Gateway's 18th Street site. If you will recall, the Gateway 18th Street site is located on the St. Luke's campus on 18th Street in Van Buren. It's one of Maricopa's latest addition to expanding healthcare, specifically in nursing and allied health programs. It's got a safe patient handling lab that we believe is perhaps the only one in the country at a community college level and perhaps maybe even a university level. So we were really excited. We had Mayor Kate Gallego join the panel. We also had CEOs of health organizations in the Valley that are very large organizations, and we shared and discussed challenges and opportunities in providing a workforce, particularly in healthcare. And the quote for the day, when I was speaking to Secretary Walsh, once the event was over, is he said, "I'm blown away by what I saw here today. You guys are doing some really amazing things." And I think it was a tremendous learning experience for him. I think it even changed his focus on what he may focus on nationally in the space of healthcare education. So we look forward to that good work there, and especially with our partners in and around the Valley. President Sullivan, that concludes my remarks. Thank you for this update. I want to thank all employees of Maricopa Community College system. Thank you for hanging in there, and thank you for coming back to the 21-22 year excited, ready to roll up the sleeves and get back to work. And as always, I thank you and the other board members for your tremendous leadership during this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. We appreciated the update, and I know we look forward to scheduling that work session soon. So with that, I'm going to move us to the citizens interim portion of the agenda, but there has not been a request to present from a new citizen at this time. So I'm going to move directly then to consideration of the consent agenda. So as we move there, I want to remind everyone that all items under this section of the agenda are consent matters. Today there are 17, I believe. And unless they are removed from the consent agenda at this time, do any board members or the chancellor wish to remove any items from the consent agenda? Board members? Okay, I hear silence. So with that, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
And who made that motion, please?
Mrs. Nguyen and then Mr. Narini.
Thank you, Mrs. Nguyen. So Mrs. Nguyen, you made the motion to approve. Dr. Narini, are you the second?
I'll second.
Thank you. So with that, I'm going to call roll. Are all those in favor, please say aye.
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 And that would include you, Mr. Evans.
You said aye.
Thank you. And with that, any opposed? Being none, by vote of 7-0 plus the input from our student trustee, we have approved the consent agenda as presented. So with that, I move us to our next item. So thank you. With that, I move to our next item. There's none on the non-consent action items. We do have a first read on, let's see, the employment and separation report. It's not a first read, it's an information item. Is there any comment or question on that item? Being none, move to the monitoring reports. Are there any comments or questions on either item 1 or item 2 under our monitoring reports? Okay, being none, let's move to governing board reports. And with that, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Bittersmith. Do you have anything that you'd like to offer this evening in this regard?
I do, President Sullivan. Thank you. I simply wanted to report that I was honored and pleased to be part of the celebration for some of the champions of Maricopa County Community College District. Those were our legislators that were very helpful and instrumental in getting the baccalaureate degree bill passed. I think we had a good celebration. The members of the legislature that were able to attend, I believe, appreciated and understood our appreciation for them, and most importantly, had an opportunity to tour one of our new facilities, the Forge in downtown Phoenix, which I'd seen virtually, but this was my first opportunity to see in person, and it is extremely an impressive new program that we have to offer in the district. With that, that's my report.
Thank you, Ms. Bittersmith. Moving, Mrs. McGrath, do you have comment this evening?
No, I do not.
Okay, Dr. Narini. Dr. Narini, are you there? I know you were there a minute ago. Okay, I'm going to move on. Tell me when you're back. With that, Ms. Smith.
I simply want to wish the faculty, staff, and students a positive start to the fall semester and to thank you for their continued resilience. That concludes my readout. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Dr. Thor.
Thank you. I also would like to welcome back the faculty, staff, and students to the new academic year. And like Mrs. Bittersmith, I had the opportunity to attend the luncheon in which we recognized champions of Maricopa, those legislators that helped us on both sides of the aisle pass the baccalaureate degree this last legislative session. And just as I predicted, the makerspace is truly, has truly become a showcase for Maricopa, someplace where we want to bring community leaders as well as visitors from around the country. So congratulations to Gateway on a really, really wonderful facility. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Thor. Mrs. Nguyen?
I just wanted to say that yesterday on Susan Bittersmith's birthday, my grandson, my 13th grandchild, was born, 10 pounds and 15 ounces, just a little guy. And also today, and everyone's
Real
doing, yeah, right. And everyone's doing well. But I also want to acknowledge that there has been a lot of changes as people go back to campus, and we're still dealing with COVID in different areas in different ways, and that we still expect challenges as we start this new school year. But ask everyone to be patient and understanding, and know that more than anything, I heard a little bit of consternation from our interim chancellor that enrollment is not where we want it to be. But I think that if we continue to engage with the community and do some of the things that we are really good at, that we can build our numbers back up. And so I'm looking forward to us being open and having students back on campus, and encourage our faculty to engage, as I know that they will. And I know they're anxious to teach and be in contact with our students. So I look forward to seeing everything that everyone has planned for the school year. And thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations on the birth of your new grandchild, and also happy birthday a day late, Miss Bittersmith. So moving on then, Mr. Evans, do you have anything for us this evening?
Currently do not. I am actually about to be reaching out to a few of the student governments at each school right now. So hopefully I'll have something new to report next time.
Okay, we'll look forward to hearing that. Dr. Narini, if you're present one more time.
We'll try it again. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Well, then good.
There you go.
Let's see. So yeah, I've had a couple things going on since we last met. But before I get to the good stuff, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Gene Heppard, a true PC bear who just passed away, and he'll be missed. Then I want to welcome Quentin to our student trustee for, I look forward to working with him, and it's going to be a great year. I also want to thank South Mountain for inviting me to the construction program's open house a couple of weeks ago. It's really an amazing program if you haven't been there and checked it out. See, if I remember right, they had a 100% completion rate, with 100% of their graduates being placed in an internship this year. And speaking of amazing programs, I was excited to attend Phoenix College's Celebration of Champions, where four of their teams competed for a national championship this year. The men's soccer finished 10th in the nation. Baseball were the regional champs and finished 6th in the nation. But it was the women who brought the medal home. 2 national championships. Women's soccer won the first ever NJCAA national championship, and they had five players named as All-Americans. And it was old hat for softball, who brought home their 9th championship. But what was really amazing about these ladies is their cumulative team GPA was over a 3.25. So that was pretty exciting. Also had a chance to check out Mesa's outstanding science and health programs. We get to tour the facility with Dr. Thor and Ms. Sullivan and Congressman Stanton. We were able to meet some of the baseball players, and this Sunday, keep an eye on the annual congressional baseball game, because Congressman Stanton will be wearing one of the MCC jerseys this year at the game. Also, I wanted to thank the Diversity, Inclusion, Equity, and Engagement team and Professor Golden for the workshop, the really outstanding workshop they put on earlier this month on race lighting. I encourage all of us, especially the board members, to attend one or even several of the upcoming workshops they have coming up in the next couple months. Because I say encourage because, of course, unlike what some people think, that our staff and our faculty and our students aren't forced or coerced to attend these workshops. They're voluntary. So please come and check them out. You don't know what you don't know if you don't go. And if you don't go, you don't know you don't know. Somebody once told me that. You might even learn something. After all, there's some pretty far out ideas going on, especially online, about these workshops. They're making some pretty wild claims about these workshops. I know because, like the rest of the board, we were sent an anonymous email with some links with the subject line, "This crap has to stop." And I couldn't agree with that sentiment more. Because this crap does need to stop. And by that, I mean, as board members, we need to stop making ill-informed, fact-free or fact-twisted comments and baseless accusations that misrepresent and undermine the hardworking staff and faculty of our district. So that's my report for this month. Thank you.
Okay, well, with that, I'm going to move to my report. And that is first to indicate that I also had the pleasure of being in attendance at today's meeting with Secretary Walsh and Mayor Gallego and other city council members. And I was pleased to hear the discussion around the need for nurses, more clinical opportunities, and to hear the interest, but not just from our U.S. Secretary of Labor, but from our city leaders, and seeing how we could better work with our community partners in the future to see if we can bridge the gap between need and providing those healthcare workers. Also very impressed with the facility. And then wanted to reiterate that I had the pleasure of also joining Dr. Narini and Dr. Thor in meeting Congressman Stanton last week. So I also wanted to comment that having been on the Mesa campus and also the Gateway Healthcare Campus building, that most impressed with the facility and the work that everyone is doing with our faculty leadership and our staffing support in the arena to provide the best opportunities for our students. So thank you to those faculties, presidents, administrators, staff, and certainly acknowledging the students. The other piece that I'd like to comment on is that I wanted to thank everyone for their support this past year of our legislative activity. And we, as a board, certainly approved an agenda and were able to move that forward. One of the ways that we concentrated our work was with a committee to support our legislative activity. It was, the members of that were Dr. Thor, Ms. Bittersmith, and I had the opportunity to support that as well. So in thinking forward to this coming year in our legislative activity, which certainly Dr. Gonzalez, you mentioned we would be talking about soon, I wanted to announce that I'm going to, as president, continue the committee framework for legislative activity and broaden that scope by identifying this as a board committee of public affairs. And to that end, I would like to and will be appointing Ms. Bittersmith to chair that committee and be supported by Dr. Thor. I will continue to work in that. So it is a continuation of our legislative committee that we formed last year, but I'm giving it a little more oomph with title and leadership, and anticipate that it may broaden our scope, but we will be successful continually in our efforts in these arenas. So thank you, Ms. Bittersmith, for agreeing to lead that, and Dr. Thor for willingness to continue to do that. And then as we are ending tonight's board meeting and thinking of our work together in the coming year, I'd like to offer some comments. And so board members, I want to speak to you directly and say, as we embark on this new academic year, I think it's time, as we would do every year, to reiterate our responsibility as a governing board. And so I'm going to offer a couple comments. It's not all inclusive of our responsibilities, but it does highlight the overarching responsibilities we all share. So first, as we know, we're all expected to comply with the open meeting law, specifically as it pertains to avoiding decision-making in secret, including via email, and promoting accountability by encouraging public officials to act responsibly and responsively. Second, I want to remind everyone that is prescribed in Administration Regulation 4.6, the governing board president serves as the official representative spokesperson of the board to outside parties, including providing quotes to reporters or on-camera interviews where the speaker is representing the MCCCD governing board. When this rule is not followed, we leave the press and the larger community under the impression that we have a fractured relationship with the district administration, which is not the case. This is not the message we should send, as it detracts from the important work the district is doing. It is also important for each board member to model the practice of following administrative regulations, something we expect our students and employees to do. As governing board president, I expect each board member to comply with this regulation. Third, we're all responsible for working collaboratively with each other as well as with the district administration, no matter what our personal views or motives may be. I strongly ask that we always respect each other's opinions and act with the utmost reverence for the oath of office we all swore as governing board members. And fourth, the oath of office requires us to, quote, impartially discharge, unquote, all of our duties. And this includes adherence to board policy and procedures, and also always act in the best interest of the Maricopa County Community College District and the students we serve. We do not impartially discharge our duties when we ignore administrative regulations intended to provide guidance as to the manner in which the governing board communicates with outside parties. So as we confront and look forward to another academic year dealing with COVID-19, multiple classroom modalities, and the myriad academic and economic matters affecting students and staff, may we all step with our best foot forward. I know that that is all of our intent, and I hope that is how we remember and keep in mind our responsibilities as we move forward in this academic year. With that, this concludes our board meeting for August 24. Right now, our next meeting is scheduled for September 21, agenda review at 4:30. That will be a WebEx event. Our board meeting is scheduled for September 28 at 6:30. Again, keeping in mind there may be a work session. I will continue to assess our environment with our chancellor and taking into consideration all aspects of convening, and then we will notify folks whether we will be meeting via WebEx or if we will meet in person. So with that, I want to thank you all for your attendance this evening, your attention. Welcome all the new folks into the community college family, and welcome back all of you who have been with us this past year and through the years previous. And with that, may you all enjoy a good evening. Thank you.